Okay, so we're live. I'm pretty sure we're probably already live. So, it's me, Krista Marie, reality with Krista Marie, and it's been a while. Hey, Ter, it's been a while. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. So, it's been a while, and I wanted to do a little bit of love after lockup, catch up stuff, and then if we have time, some like chit chat. So, I did put the thumbnail out there. So, I see Terry's here. I'm just going to go through a couple of like the on the playlist of the Love After Lockup clips, and we'll go through that and then talk about some Bravo stuff. But so anybody that's watching, I'm on YouTube, Facebook right now, Twitter, and then we'll be on TikTok and Reddit after this. So yeah. So hit the subscribe button. Like, sorry, I say this every time, but it's going to give me a minute to get back into this because it's been a while. You think I would have my shit together. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys, so true Krista fashion. Give me a minute. But so let's see. It is hot in here. I'm gonna turn the fan on, so hopefully you can hear me, Terry. Right? Like, so if I turn the fan on and you can hear the fan, let me know and I'll shut it off. But hopefully you can't because it's really hot in this house. My husband's out of his effing mind. Like, I don't know what everybody else keeps it in their house, but he keeps it 70, and I'm like dying all the time. Like, all the time. Like, I'm dying. So, anyway, hopefully you guys can hear that. So, let's get started. So, I'm going to play the clips on here, and hopefully you'll just be able to hear them because I don't want to play them on my phone because my phone keeps dying. But this is a Love After Lockup clip. Now, this is Aris, and this is the current season of Love After Lockup, by the way, which is really freaking good. And I love every single couple on it, so we're gonna go through them all. And it's like this season, I feel like production's like stepped it up a little bit too. Like they're actually getting more than just like usually we'll have like one scene and it'll last like 3 weeks, you know, because there's like not enough like production value. But like this is really good. So this is Aris, and okay, you guys always yell at me because I forget people's names, but I'll remember. But his rap name, I don't know. Anyway, they're in the studio and they're talking about him getting locked up. It's not really that good, but like I love this couple. But let's listen to it and then we'll talk about it for a minute.
When he got picked up,
I got away. They had to tase. You got tased.
I see. Yeah, like
I'm running from him. He like, your legs are too small. You're not fast enough. Your strides are not big enough. I ran track for 5 years. I'm like, it's not working for you. And I just hear it like, pop. They got one side of me, my whole left side locked up.
Thank you, Tara.
So I smacked the ground super hard, went to sleep.
And you can hear this, okay, right?
And I just woke up with handcuffs on. They kneed me in the back real hard to wake me up. Even though, you know, I've had a long life of thugging, this was my first time ever going to jail just because I was being sloppy. I never even had a parking ticket before. This is all a lesson. This is all a lesson. Like I said, I could be dead.
I think he's
happiness is my priority right now. When I was locked up, I wrote so much music. Like, I'm just ready to go crazy.
He's pretty good.
Hello. Check. How you love me, but you hate? How you love me, but you hate? How you love me, but you hate me at the same time? I'm on parole, so I've been walking on a straight line. Diamonds in my watch, face on waist time. She asked me what my sign was. I said a gang sign. I was chilling on the yard with my feet up. You ain't trapping.
I expected him to do a great job, but man, he blew my mind.
With your broke ass, with a white sheet and a toe tag. Let me hear that right quick. All right, I'm on the way.
But I worry that Cameron might get caught up into doing stupid. I don't want any bad influences around him.
All around. Take 100 pounds.
Cameron already up. If he were to mess up a third time, it would probably be grounds of him losing me, and he's not ready for that.
Okay, so I am the one sitting there saying I feel like he's gonna do good. He's gonna do good, and she just said that this will be his third time trying, but like let's just hope that this is third time's a charm. He seems like he's a little grown now, like a little more grown. I don't know. He's like drinking already, but I think that like they're the most normal out of all these couples. Well, actually, no, Mike and Justine are pretty normal, but you'll see what I mean. But like, there's not too much drama with these two yet. But wait till I get to the other couple. Holy crap, Monique, girl, I don't know how you did it, but there was like a car chase involved, and wait till you hear it. It's crazy. So let's get to the next one because I love these couples. Sorry. Of course. Okay, here's the
Not
menu.
stopping. Go ahead, keep going. I'm being followed.
Is it a family member? Derek, are you sure?
Okay, so this is Derek and Monique. They're he just got out. They're together. She's fighting with his sisters. He seems like he's all into her, but right now they're all in her car. They're being chased by a white car, like not a cops or anything, being chased like through red lights. Like these people are like, it's a bunch of girls. They don't know who else it is, and they're like trying to get to like a safe spot. So this is what you're hearing right now. It's a lot.
Because I will pull over and find out who it is.
No, do not do that.
Lock the doors.
But the people in the car.
They do.
That's what I'm saying.
Look like there's some people on the front seat and the back.
They're still behind us.
Yeah. We ain't stopping.
Did you guys see that car in the parking lot?
We was parked next to the car the whole entire time.
I saw that.
Somebody was like, "Hey, Derek." So who is that?
Did they say, "Hey, Derek"?
Yeah.
When?
That's why I said, Derek, get in the car. That was the car that was next to us.
They were next to us?
Yeah. There was girls in that car, wasn't it,
You
Derek?
never know who's in the back seat.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That thing was so tinted.
I have no idea who it could be. I can only assume it's Derek's sisters
We're not trying to stop.
chasing us, wanting to with us. They're trying to get around us.
Go.
Scary.
Where's the red?
Make a white.
If I know how to share the screen
I
right,
do not feel
and if I
comfortable
know we get
driving like
copyrighted,
this.
I'd share it.
I see him.
It's my neighborhood.
You're cutting them off.
Okay, what should I do?
Hurry up.
Follow the directions.
This car is going slow.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to get on the E-way. I don't care where they're at. Go.
Make a white.
I am.
Gotta do it better than that. Make a white.
Seriously.
Are these your sisters?
Crazy.
I don't know who
Have that car?
No, I don't know who it is. This white car following behind us. I don't know how many people in there. I don't know if they got guns. We got constitutional carry. Anybody can carry a gun and stand their ground. I don't know if they trying to get me. I don't know if they trying to get Monique. I don't know what's going on.
I'm wondering why they're not called the cops though. Like they're trying to get to like their security, but so let's stop there because what's the next one next? But so like it's insane. Like so he doesn't want to call the cops because he's on parole.
Not stopping. Go ahead. Keep going.
Right? So it's like I understand that, but like this doesn't look safe at all. Like they're being chased by like legit just not like a cop car. So like eventually what happens is they get to the hotel, like, and you don't even see the end of it. They still don't even tell you who it is. I'm assuming that it's his sisters that like for some reason want to fight with her. Like I don't know. She's just really insecure and ashamed, but he doesn't care about. Like I'm not gonna be like petty or all, but she's overweight. She made a big deal out of it. Like they were making fun of her for it, and like I just feel like he doesn't care about it at all. Like they have a good time together. Like they have, they go to the gym together. Like he's just trying to live his life and not have no drama. And then his sisters and her like fighting. It's crazy. But I feel like if they can like not let the sisters' drama involved in the relationship, then they'll be okay. So, but like it is crazy. So let's get to the next one. Sorry. I know what you guys are gonna say in your comments when the replay close or whatever. I understand. Sorry, I'm just pull up. I have so many freaking devices on at once to try to have too many things going on here. Okay, sorry. Let's get to the next one. I think the next one's gonna be Chris and Gabby. They're one my second favorite couple of this whole thing. Let's see that one. Let's do. All right, let's do this. Okay, let's do Skylar and what's his name?
This isn't my first drink, babe.
Oh my God! Just don't act up.
I won't act up.
Act up.
To our health and our freedom
Sanity.
and all the positive things that we have. And I love you.
Maybe I should give you a little heads up about these two. Okay, these two. This is the issue. Okay, they met. They've known each other. They're in the same town. They met when they were both locked up. However, they do know each other. They were both locked up for the same type of stuff, drugs, all that. He got out, got his life together. She had some years left. Meanwhile, like side note, she had 2 ex-boyfriends that both died of drug overdoses while she's in her addiction, and they all know each other. So her family's really concerned, but they seem to be clean on the right path. The only issue with this guy is he's a really good-hearted dude, but he's so emotional and he's so jealous that he like literally just ruins like every occasion, every situation. Like, and you're gonna see it right here. Like, this is exactly my thing. And that is what actually caused her to go back to prison the first time that she got released, because he started a fight with her and she ended up being late over some jealous stuff. And so now they're out to dinner. This is one of their first nights out to dinner, and everything's going fine, except all of a sudden she answers her phone and he just loses it. It gets all downhill from there. So that's what you're going to hear.
Can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you guys want another bottle?
Sure.
Thank you, Terry.
Babe, my food's gonna get cold.
You can eat.
Exactly what he does.
Our first date?
I have the answer.
No, you don't.
What's up?
What up?
Oh my God. Babe.
He grabs the phone.
Think I'm a bitch? I feel really disrespected that she would do that after I've been waiting this whole entire time to finally be alone and have a dinner with her. It's kind of up. Huh? What
You're
up?
friends with him.
What's up? I ain't gonna talk to you.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to call back some other time.
Good what?
You're gonna have to call back some other time.
It should have been the end of it right there, though.
Are you mad?
If a girl just calls me while we're sitting here,
You know
how would you feel?
You know I talk.
How would you
You
feel?
know I've talked to him.
You don't need to be.
I agree with
One
him
of my
there.
friends from my childhood that I've been friends with my whole life, pretty much, called me. Nathan knows him and knows that me and him have been friends forever, so I'm not really sure why he's like freaking out.
I'm sure at dinner.
I'm just like in shock. I do not even know what's happening. Go ahead, get it going.
He keeps calling, and Nathan keeps answering the phone, and it's just getting worse.
I'm trying to eat, bro. I'm eating with my girl.
If you want to answer the phone and talk to one of her friends, you can answer.
Just like shut
So
the
I'll
phone
be his
off.
ass. I'll scrape that right now. I'm trying to enjoy a meal,
But that's
and
my
you
friend that you
wouldn't
know
answer
that.
a
But
phone.
that's my friend that you know that.
I'm trying to have a moment
Please
with
don't
you.
get loud. That's embarrassing.
You think that's cool though? I'm done. We can get out of here.
You can leave. I'm
Save
hungry.
on that. So that's that one. So yeah, it's like, so this is actually not even the first time this has happened since she's been out for 2 days. Okay, the first hour that she was home, they were at a hotel or something, and she was like pulling out the clothes that her mom had gotten her. Like, okay, they grew up in different worlds, whatever, who cares? They both ended up together. They ended up both in prison. And he's stuck on the fact that she had money and her parents had money and she was rich and before he wasn't. Who cares? Like, she doesn't care, he doesn't care. Or nobody cares but him. But she's not even saying anything. Like, she's all excited about the thick stuff that he had gotten her and what her mom had gotten her. And like, so all of a sudden you see his face get all like weird, like all like with an attitude. All she's doing is trying on clothes. And like you see his face just getting all odd. Like, and she's like, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. Like, all fucking like, okay, like obviously something, so say it. So like, long story short, like he's just staring at her all weird, and he's like, and so in his confessionals, he's like, you know, I wonder if she's just with me for the wrong reasons and she's going to leave me for a rich dude. Like, he's so stuck on that. And she could care less. And that's all he keeps saying. And he's taking it like he's basically starting an argument with her for no reason. She's like, dude, I'm with you. I love you. Like, I don't even care. Like, what do you mean? Like, baby. And then he's like, she's not with me for the right reasons. What other reason would she be with you? You just said you're not rich. Like, you're living in your grandma's house with her. She loves you. It's crazy. This is like, so that was like the first hour they were even home. And it's like a freaking pattern. But there's another clip of them. Hold on. And it's like, does Skylar really love Nathan? Yes. But like, listen to it anyway. We'll just play it anyway.
Next on Love After Love.
If it comes up husband, are you gonna be happy?
I'm gonna be your stepdad. You down with that? Can't even be my mother-in-law.
You 2 pounds short of circus.
There's a lot of bad men in me.
Do you really love him? I don't know how to deal with this.
You got declined.
I lost $40,000.
What do you want to do?
I still think he's emotions.
Is that you follow me?
He might would.
They pretty much disappeared.
How you doing, baby?
Yeah. So let's see if we can find a couple more clips because I want the Gabby and Chris stuff. Kind of crazy. Let's see. Sorry. I mean, so Gabby and Chris. So I thought that she had lost. So anyway, so let me just start from the beginning. He's in prison. Obviously, she's not. But they meet somehow, some way, and they fall in love. He ends up getting this lawsuit, right? This lawsuit, it's like $150,000. And while he's in there, he gets $150,000. He splits up the money between her, $75,000, and his mom, right? He's still locked up, right? So he's got no way to spend his money. So she ends up buying a car, getting an apartment. It does stuff that, like, you know, like that you're supposed to do for when you get out. They have an apartment, they have a car. She gets all this plastic surgery. Like, there's no real, like, he's not really like clocking her money, right? So she ends up spending all of it. I'm pretty sure his mom probably spent all her half. I don't know. But so meanwhile, he gets out. He's in a halfway house. She's all shady, saying how she's hiding stuff from him, and we're like, what the hell could she be hiding? What is she hiding? You know what I mean? And here come find out this girl got caught up with some crap, and got caught up, got arrested. Hey, Gab got arrested for some kind of drug thing at a bar. Anyway, she was like, she got like eluding police, like escaping an arrest, and like drug charges, and she did it or she didn't do it. She's not really saying, which I don't blame her. But she doesn't end up telling him. She gets her license suspended. So that's this whole thing about why is the why is the car not there? And so that's that. So really, I thought maybe she had lost the car. Maybe she was paying the bills. But the whole thing is, like, now that that's money's gone, somebody's got to work. So I think she's working. I don't know. She's got to pay $10,000 for a lawyer though, and I really wish I could find some things of them. But like, I mean, his name's Christopher. He seems like he's in love with her, but he's like, again, I'm so naive too. I'm all like, oh, they're gonna last. I think they're gonna last. Usually, though, guys, you know, right? Well, if you don't know, but usually with this show, dude, I am not nice. I could care less about these people. I'm do this for fun. I make fun of the whole thing. I laugh about it the whole time. But I actually like these people, and they really, really, really like Justine and Mike. Like, I like them enough that I actually messaged her on Instagram, and that's a lot for me. I was like, yeah, I like you guys. They're from like North Jersey, Pennsylvania. He was a rap star, which is actually he's really good. His name's like, he went away for dealing, but he was like top guy. But he's got like 20 more years probation. Anyway, long story short, they meet. They're really in love. They meet through his mom. I mean, he does his time. I think maybe 11 years, 15 years, 11 years, something like that. Longest time that I've seen with these people. But he's learned his lesson. You can tell he's learned his lesson. He's got strict parole, and but she like, you know, they're really in love, and you can tell. And when I find out about the copyright stuff, I will talk about that too. After all this, Gab will talk about season Ultimate Girls Trip. Yeah, that's another thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I had the same question. So Justine and Mike. So, she's got 3 kids. He's got 3. He's got like 1 baby mom, maybe lives like somewhere else. But anyway, the kids all seem to get along. The families are kind of getting along. It looks like they're really in love. Like they're, he's really doing, like, I really like them a lot. And I say this probably every time I do the Love After Lockup stuff, but I always talk about Justine and Geneva from that podcast, Escape to Reality podcast. So again, I always say, if you don't know who they are, go any podcast that you guys listen to, and they're also on YouTube. Go find them. I am begging them to come and do a live with me to talk about this, because it's their fault. This crazy from all this is their fault. It's Justine's fault and Geneva's fault, because I started listening to their podcast in the very beginning before I even did this, and I was like, what is this Love After Lockup they're talking about? Like, this is crazy. Well, before I started this, I watched it, and I would lose my crap over Destiny and Brittany, which again, she's on the next episode. Hey, Tosh. And I used to call them or message them and be like, I cannot wait. Like, please let me interview these people. Like, I would just lose it. Anyway, I'm trying to get them to come on before the season of it starts again, because my best friend Destiny, or Brittany, whatever her name is, not Brittany. What is her name? I don't remember her name. The girl with the neon stuff in her hair, the neon headbands, and what's her name? The meth head. My bestie. What's her name? Darn it. I spelled her name wrong when I was fighting with her. I forget. Anyway, she's coming up again, and she makes me mad. But I don't want to get them mixed up with this season, because they keep like poisoning the freaking ketchup, like the ketchup with their live stuff, with that shit, like that shit show of the person she is. But anyway, moving. So Justine and Mike, I love them. Anyway, my whole point was they always get really good interviews from the Love After Lockup people. So I'm hoping that they will, like they promised, come on and talk about this with me one week. And hopefully they'll have some good information, because they always get the good guy. Like, they get the interviews with all of them, so they know like the fact, like who's together, who's not, and all that. So Justine and Geneva, I will probably send a split to you of me talking about you, because literally they'll make me beg. Like, it's been 3 years now. I've been waiting to talk about this stuff live, so with you guys, and then them guys too. So I know. See, like, I love you guys. Like, you guys come and support anyway. You guys can have your own conversations. I know. We're gonna get into Bravo. So before, like, why I'm finishing up Love After Lockup, think about, because you guys probably know more about what's going on in Bravo land than I do. So like, throw me some questions and crap, and I'll put the I will put the call in like down there too, as long as she's promised to like, talk over me and stuff. And don't be like me. Talk to, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm always getting in trouble when I have people on. I'll have like my sister, a million messages from my sister on my phone. Like, I'm gonna look at it, say, "Your face, knock it off. You're so rude. You look so bored. Like, you're like, you want to interrupt people. Like, I'm always interrupting people." And she said, you can tell on my face that I'm like not interested. And it's not true. I don't understand. I don't know what my face is saying. But yeah. So think about some Bravo questions before as I finish up this stuff. So yeah, Justine and Mike. Oh my God, I love them. Okay, so then we have, and again, everybody's gonna say you should remember these people's names, but I don't, and I hate the fact that I don't. But okay, her name is Travis. Is his name? I know that.
This is my first drink.
Stop
Babe.
it. So she is a she works for a pawn shop, or she's like a it's called a purveyor. She gets like really expensive stuff and like takes it to the pawn shop or the appraisal place. I don't know, something with jewelry. Anyway, she's really nice house. He's been away for 16 years. He's really in love with her. She's really in love with him. He's going to learn the business. Everything's great. He comes home and they're living life, and he's excited, and he's excited to learn the business, and I think everything's great. I really like them too, and like I said, I usually have nothing nice to say about any of them. Oh, thanks, Gab. Oh, Lacey. Oh God, we'll get it. Oh, I can't. There's something about her. Like, all right, we'll talk about Lacey in a minute. But let me just get through these. I'm so mad. I shouldn't even look at the chat until I'm done. But these people, oh my God, like, I love almost all these people. Did I say that like any of them yet? Did I? No, I don't think I did, right? I like all of them. I want them all to work out. I want Chris and Gabby to work out. I want Justine and Mike to definitely work out. She waited a long time for him to come home, and they really are in love. They're married all. like they're all married, and like the couple from Florida, I love them. I'm sorry that I don't remember their names at the moment. Stuff like that. Monique, and then there's Aris. I love like all of them. I want them all to work out, and I'm at the point where like I feel like I will probably give them an hour because even with the Lacey, let's talk about Lacey. This I don't know what it is. I don't. She's not ugly or anything. I don't judge her. I don't judge what she does for a living. I don't care if you sell your, you know what? I don't care, right? But something she reminds me of these girls that like you call them FD, and I'm not gonna say what it means, but it's like F down basically. Where it's like she looks like she's I don't want to say this, but smells like when you walk into what does it smell like when you walk into a really disgusting strip club? Dirty, you know what? She just reminds me that's what she probably smells like. She reminds me of these girls that used to hang out, and sorry, but my sister's friends, and maybe people I probably hung out with at one point, but like I can't, I don't really even know if it's just me, but like there's just something, and I don't know if there's really a name for them, but like I don't know, something just cringes me about her, and the fact that I know now that she's with Deontay, right? Is she with Deontay? Like, yeah, like John, like poor John, right? Not poor John, no, poor the other guy. The other guy went crazy. The guy she had the kids with, Lacey, right? And then she never got back with John. John was done with her. John was like, dude, you're just a party trick. Sorry, a party favor, basically. And like, I quit you. I'm done with you, whatever. And then she ends up with Deontay. But then we find out that Deontay's ex, Nicole, and remember Nicole with little Nicole and all that. They were all whole set up with this whole like show because Lacey knew her and was on porn and did porn with her. So she wasn't even introduced to begin with. So she gets Deontay on the phone on that show, then dumps Deontay. He ends up screwing that chick, the one my bestie. Oh my god, her. He ends up like if literally like I swear she's haunting me. It's probably my fault because I keep saying her name and she just keeps popping up. But she ends up with Deontay. Do I have it picked? Are you talking? I'm sorry. So like I don't understand. So what was I saying? So anyway, she ends up with Deontay, my bestie. Okay, my bestie. She ends up with Deontay, and of course, obviously, she's using him to get on the show. She's not even with Deontay for like a week, and they're showing us her life, and she's with, I'm gonna say his name, Blaine. Okay, this freaking dude, and this is when I got in a fight with this chick because the first time she's on again for like the fourth season in a row, she's dicking over Deontay. Deontay's stupid as usual. And she's hooking up with Blaine, and Blaine's an idiot. Blaine's trying to fight him, and like it's just so stupid. And it's obvious that they were using each other. But like Dante falls in love with her. I don't know how or what. But she starts bragging all this money she has, and she's showing us this money, and she tells us her drug money. Meanwhile, she's got warrants, and she's on parole or something, whatever. On camera, this is what flips me out about this chick. The first season, the second season, is her coming out acting like she's this big time drug dealer, and she's so smart. And she's like this great big drug dealer, but she keeps doing shit on camera. She keeps getting caught and going back to jail. And then she's telling us, which I know it's her goddamn stimulus money, and she's saying this Blaine guy is holding her drug money, and this is all her drug money, and she's like want to bail these people out of prison, and she's like this big fucking kingpin again. And meanwhile, I bet she just got out of fucking prison. And literally, you have nowhere to like fucking parole to at this point because you just dumped dude. So anyway, so now we find out she's with Blaine, right? She leaves Deontay. Deontay's with Blaine. You think Deontay be done at this point, right? No. Guess who Deontay shows back up with now? This is going to be next season again. You got it, Lacey. So now they're screwing. Like, again. It's like I feel like I'm getting in trouble. Like I'm getting punished for making fun of these people because they keep just showing back up on my show that I feel like I am growing to like and that I really like this season. And they're going to show back up and poison it because I know that this shit is fake as fuck. Like you're not going to tell me that you guys are in love. Deontay, you're making your way through the friggin' lockup horrors, like the ones that are like users. But you're like obviously a user too, dude. You can't possibly tell me you fell in love with my bestie, like. What the hell's her name? Destiny, Brittany? No, Brittany's one I like. This is how they meet each other, Pash. Okay, this is the crazy thing. This is how they meet each other. There's an actual website that you can go on to be a friend of these people. You meet these people, but Love After Lockup actually goes to these prisons and advertises for the show. So then people, they know that people have these like pen pal things, and I guess, you sign up for the show and then that's how they meet. And it's like, I guess they feel like it's like they're so, like literally think about this. This is the thing that bothers me too. How stupid are these assholes that get out of prison? These people that they meet, 99 times out of 10 have their own home, licenses, cars, again, their own homes, nice homes, jobs, money saved, love them, want them to do well. They're handed this life. They're handed this, and they're on a reality show and they're getting paid, right? Why would they fuck that up? Think about it. But they do. They do it every time. They friggin' screw this shit up. And it's like, I know maybe you're using dude, you're using old dude. I get it. But like, at least when you're, this is what bothers me. Like, if you're going to use people and you plan on this fucking, I don't know how long this plan that you have, like, well, your end game must not be that well, that thought out, because the second we meet you, you're like on the confessionals going, yeah, I'm using this fucking dude. Yeah, I got all these secrets and I'm really a lesbian. I'm doing this. And they do it right. Oh, and here's this drug deal I'm doing. I'm screwing behind his back. Like, literally on camera. Okay. Even if we don't care what you're doing, dude's going to see that, right? So now he knows that you just like, I'm like, you assholes. And yes, they all end up back in prison for the next season. But then they get back out, like my best friend. What is her name? Anyway, like my bestie. It's like, here she comes again, because maybe if I become friends with her, maybe if and that at one point I even apologized to her. I was like, look, I'm just deflecting and projecting my old life onto you because I got my shit together and you didn't. If I could do it, you could do it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I understand, but like, why are you acting like it's the kingpin on camera? And like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, whatever, bitch. Oh, I was like, whatever, I'm just saying, I just want to apologize. And now I'm just like, nah, screw you. Like, I want you to come on here and defend yourself. Like, I just really wish you would. I want to know why you think that you, and again, we just saw the upcoming season with her. And at one point you see her going on the phone with Blaine. Blaine looks like all of a sudden dude's got like a glow up, right? He's got the love after lockup glow up, I call it. Which is like, I'm not knocking it, but okay. They live at his parents' house, which is really nice, by the way. Not sure really if that's really it's kind of construction thing. But he's got this glove where he's got like this plaid button down on and some khakis and like his like now his hat's on like the right way instead of backwards. You know what I mean? Like he's got some cologne on and his car's all clean up. And then you see her going on the phone with him going, I just got arrested for the biggest crime that anybody could ever commit. Okay, what? You just got arrested for the biggest, is that murder? Is that what you're saying? Is that the biggest crime Americans or anybody could commit is murder, I would think, right? So he's like looking at it, he's like, what? Huh? All confused. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if she really did. But it's like, it's the thing. It's like, I mean, you can get out in any relationship you're going to be in is going to be dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get out and be with a piece of crap, like, but they are actually have the best chance of having a functional relationship if you're going to have one anyway, and you're going to be toxic anyway. At least be toxic with somebody that's giving you a life, that's giving you a car to drive. They got a license, they got shit together, they got fucking credit scores. You know what I mean? Like they got the shit going on. Where like you don't got to do nothing really, but just listen to the goddamn parolee. Don't get high when you got to go. Show up. Don't fucking. Until you're off of paper. Listen. But sorry guys. Sometimes people are just institutionalized. And that's, I mean, like, it's crazy because, like, there's some ones that I really thought were like, wow. Like, there's a couple seasons where I'm like, wow, these girls are really trusting. And there's a couple that have lasted, like Brittany and Marciano, which now I don't even know. I don't know if they're going to be back next season. If you know who they are, they're the real success story. She's a real success story, getting out and doing the right thing. And I was like really proud of her. I was like, wow, man, this chick's really doing it. And I was like really proud of her. Like, that you don't find that very often. And I was like, good for her. And I was like, oh shit, I did it too. But something happened just recently. So I don't know what's going on with him to achieve on her. So I hope they come back. But she's always been good. She's never gone back to drugs or nothing. She's really like breaking the cycle of her in her life. But yeah, so all right, so for some reason I don't have any. I guess I can get on to radar. So any Bravo stuff, guys, like I don't even know what's going on in Bravo land. I plan on, this is the plan, because Real Housewives of Jersey is coming up. So I got to get back on the schedule with Whose Side Are You On, because we will do Whose Side Are You On Jersey, of course. And, if you guys know what the definition of insanity is, like when you're doing something over and over and expecting a different result, well, that's how I feel about everybody always wants to know what's my opinion on the latest Jersey drama between Melissa and Teresa. And you know what I always have to freaking say, and I'm tired of the same old recycled drama that people just keep recycling and bringing back up again and trying to make something of it. Okay, this one's okay, like Melissa's a gold digger, Melissa's a liar, Melissa's a whore, Melissa's a cheater, and then Joe's a misogynist. Teresa, how horrible her brother had. We're finally going to see how horrible Joe is. And Joe Gore is so horrible, but literally, he's such a liar and such a fraud. It's like, I base my opinions on this stuff on factual data and somewhat a personal opinion, but then basically what I see on TV, because I don't want to be unfair and based on maybe other relationships I may or may not feel would sway my opinion. But I've never also not been really Team Teresa. I've always defended her, not defended her as in I agree with her behavior. What I do is I explain her behavior and why her perception is reality, because I act just like her. And I'm not a narcissist. I have actually empathy. I know what that is. But I freak out, and then I come back and like the thing with the analogy. Now, I didn't agree with the way she acted, but Teresa didn't hear analogy. Teresa didn't hear anything. She heard Gia does cook. You just said mine. That's what she heard. You said it. Gia does cook, and that's all she heard, and that's all she cared about. And of course, that happens every time because Teresa's wheels spin a little slower than some people's. As it takes her a while for things to catch up, so she flips out. And then even when she does realize she's wrong, she never apologizes. So that's another issue. But anyway, people are trying to create a villain on the show. Now, again, here I go defending it, and they say expecting a different result because nobody ever listens to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I point out the same things. It's every single time. Now, Teresa's saying that she's very proud of herself, that she was right about the Gorgas going behind her back and not telling her that they got a full-time, that they were going to be hired, which all they did was listen to production. Now, Teresa knew they were filming. Teresa knew there was an opportunity there. Teresa knew they could possibly get on the show. Do I think Melissa went chasing cameras around? Absolutely not. But again, why are you not getting your brother an opportunity that you had? They needed, none of them needed the money, really, actually, especially the Gorgas. None of this is about money. No, let's get that out of the way too. None of this has ever been about money. None of them ever needed the money. They're not going to need the money now. They're not going to need it afterwards. Okay. So let's keep that out of the way. And a lot of people in Jersey don't really care about fame either. I hate to break it to you, but we really do care more about loyalty than fame. And it's there's a certain few we kind of question where are they from really? Are you really from here, girl? Because you don't act like it. But what you see is what you really get. And the shit you see on camera is the shit that you get off camera. And I'm here, I'm defending it, and nobody's going to listen to me anyway. But the whole thing was Teresa and Dina. I'll let you know about that in a minute. Okay, and then you have these girls that are coming on that are new, and people are still trying to make something out of something with these people. We haven't even met them yet. Okay, you guys have not even met them yet, and all of a sudden now again, here's another one. They're saying that Rachel Fuda is just like Melissa. Okay, another gold digger who uses her friends and needs to bribe people because she's been singing on a reality show, and then she dumps her friends when she gets on. She dumped Brittany, and then she dumped Melissa, which is not true. They're all still friends. She didn't dump anybody, and again. Why is it horrible for somebody to want to be on a reality show? Not that somebody's running, chasing after Bravo cameras, but there's been a lot of shows in Jersey and reality shows, and you see the same thing every single time. What you see is what you get, and it just happens that they come around here and they just like to film, and it's just and it's a very small area. But to my point with the Gorgas, I can keep saying, and okay, the thing with Teresa saying, oh yeah, Carlos, she's so proud. She was crying. That's how happy she was. She was validated. She was right. That she was right. That they didn't tell her and it went behind her back. And it's all right, even if that's true, right? Why are you proud of that? You were proud that you tried to block your brother and sister-in-law from an experience, saying that it's not about family. This is a show about a bunch of girlfriends when it was two sisters and a sister-in-law, the Manzos, Caroline Dina, and then a sister-in-law, Jacqueline. That's half the cast right there. Teresa and like what? Nobody else, right? Like, so what do you mean it's about a bunch of girlfriends? No, it wasn't. It was about family. It was family. It was on the show for a long time, and then you come in Dolores. You know what I mean? So even if that's the case, you're so proud of us. And then she says now that we're finally going to see what a piece of shit Joe Gorga and Melissa are. Such pieces of shit liars, cheaters, and all this. Again, with the cheating thing. And your own sister is your own. This is your friend. You. That's what. So for 13 years, you're going to tell us that you were that you let this man that's so horrible, this monster brother of yours in your life that long. You know, he did all these things. He was so horrible. We're going to find out. But like you're sitting there saying, you're so hurt by what he's done recently. You're so hurt that he's not in your life, and all these things. And even your husband's saying like, your husband's like, oh yeah, he's family, and you know, one day they'll make up. And it's like, well, what? Okay, what is it? Is he this monster piece of shit, or is he a brother that they're just fighting and siblings fight, or is he this monster, Teresa, and that your daughters think he's such a monster? And again. Here I go, because I keep saying she goes on her podcast, and I didn't really want to speak to saying this, but she goes on a podcast and talks about people that she hates so much, and stop talking about me, for 40 minutes of the podcast. It's all about how horrible Melissa, how right she was, and how, oh God, thank God he validated what I said. I was right all along. So what, bitch? What, we were right about one thing? Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Carlos seems to have a lot of shit to say. Like, let's talk about production now. Like, whatever the thing is, there's a lot of other people that talk about Jersey that I think it's hilarious. They have to rewatch old episodes and bringing up old stuff again. Do it. I don't care. It's the definition of insanity. Nobody's gonna listen to what the fuck I say anyway. Like, laugh about it, whatever. Like, I keep it's like the definition. I'm gonna keep defending it, and nobody's gonna listen to me. That's the definition of insanity, because I'm expecting a different result, and I'll never get one. But like, think about it though. Like, it's the Teresa deflects and projects her life with Joe Giudice onto Gorgas. She's the actual lie. Like, on paper, Teresa, you got in trouble for lying. Fraud is lying. Okay, so that's the actual proof that you're a liar. So what proof you have that your brother's a liar? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. They lied about not telling it. Okay, so, oh, and yes, Joe Gorga did that whole christening thing for the cameras. So you mean to tell me you think that's fake? But you saw him getting that upset after how many times did he have a chance to flip out? Why would it? Because he saw Teresa do it and it worked for her. So he's with a chance. Okay. He did not know. I know that they were very new to this and they didn't realize the problem is like a really like no tolerance when it comes to like violence. You really think that like he's going to risk like, his dad's there was having a heart attack over this. Believe me, that shit was not made up for the cameras. He didn't do it. They don't care about fame or being on the show for those reasons. Okay. That's not what it is. Of course, everybody would. Do you know what I would do? Like, seriously, or how many people would love to have the opportunity to hand it to them to help their sibling? Not even help. They give them. Like, you got this like thing handed to you, Teresa, right? Because you don't work. Your husband went to prison because he had to steal money. So you need the show. Your brother does not. Successful before, during, and after. Let's just not forget that either. Just saying. Okay, you were lucky that you went to prison, got out, still had a job, and now you need the show. And even if Louis has all this money, your brother doesn't need the show neither, bitch. Okay, you just need each other to be on the show, maybe, because what would be like? How much more? It probably wouldn't be as fun if I wasn't sitting here arguing and being your goddamn referee, because I can't literally say it enough that like it also makes me sad that it got this far, but I can't take the fact that all, and one of my BFFs love her to death, but we're like, we can have this discussion about Real Housewives and whatever. She always is on her side, on her channel, and I'm on my side of my channel. And I literally, sometimes I will find myself digressing and arguing with her people that are all tree huggers. And it's like, again, it's 50-50. There's people that are on Joe and Melissa's side and people that are on Teresa's side. I just go by logic and factual data. Okay. And I don't see any factual data that, let's see, we have Joe Giudice calling you a CUNT and all these rumors about his, now you do admit that he cheated on you and he did sleep with his secretary, but we have we want us to believe that Melissa hooked up with Nick. Okay. And then, oh God, and then Bulldog coming back around, like all these people from the past, all these people that are all of a sudden now best friends, ex-boyfriends, all this ex-best friend, this one's ex-best friend. Nobody's going for, again, girl, nobody's coming after you for your opinion. Nobody's paying you for your opinion. I don't care what podcast you go on or who you come out and who you go talk and say it to. Burn book. Nobody's asking for your opinion because it's so obvious that you're goddamn salty that you didn't get casted. 1, 2, 3, all of you. So you didn't get casted, now you're pissed. Bulldog comes back around. What? He's pissed at Joe Gorga for what? Because supposedly they were best friends and supposedly Melissa cheated on. Now, Melissa, he didn't want to get married. Joe and Melissa met down the shore. They didn't. She didn't leave Bulldog for Joe. It's just the way it worked out. He wasn't going to marry her. You know, when you meet somebody and you know it, you know. She left him, and then she was with Joe Gorga after that. Who cares if they met and they get moved in right away and they got married after or whatever? Me and George I was literally, we're still on our first date. If you really want to be technical, 10 years later, I never left. The first night, and I never left either. So maybe it's Jersey? I don't know. But Teresa never had a problem with anything in his life. Never had a problem with any of the way he runs his business, the way it's always, problems always been with Melissa. But now all of a sudden, Joe's a big piece of shit. And you know what gaslighting is, guys? Because, the word of the year, gaslighting, is when you literally, I invited them to the wedding. I'm so hurt that he didn't come. Why? He's such a monster, Teresa. Why would you be hurt that he didn't come? And why would you be so shocked that they said all these horrible things supposedly in the confessionals about you? I mean, I could go back like other people and watch the show over, and I could get all my clips too, and I could say all of the things. I could back up everything I say. But I'm telling you right now, if you really wanted to go back and watch all the confessionals, you never see Melissa or Joe starting the shit with Teresa. It's always them defending her and the shit that Joe and her and Jugo used to go after. Seriously. And her going, I love my brother. Family. I invited them to the wedding. You also invited your friends that didn't want to be on camera. And you literally, because it was a Bravo event, you wanted Bravo to pay for it. I'm glad that they did and blah, 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 whatever. But let's not act like you give a fuck that like you didn't care that your brother went there, because it turned into a freaking Bravo event and not really a real wedding. And I really wish that I had the time to look up your marriage certificate and see if you're actually really married. Go ahead, come after me for that too. Whatever. I wouldn't be really legally married either. Like, screw that shit in the state of New Jersey. Especially if you don't get a prenup. Whatever. Who cares? But it's like, don't sit there and guys, please. Melissa and Joe didn't show up because Melissa wasn't invited. Melissa wasn't hurt that she wasn't a bridesmaid. She's not stupid. She knows the relationship between her and her sister-in-law. She knows it's not that had nothing to do with it. Like, I want people to give me real facts on this. If we're going to find out all these rumors that keep coming back after year, after 13 years are going to be true, please give me receipts. I want to see receipts that she's a gold digger. Melissa, she's a liar. For me, it's a wash with the liar thing. Because technically, on paper, Teresa, you're a liar. Fraud's lying. And so Carlos King's back some bullshit you say. Like, let's not act and be. Let's stop being proud of the fact that you're right about that. Like, that's some shit that blows my mind. Like, you cried. You were so validated and so touched that somebody had finally backed up all these years. You were being called a liar, Teresa. Oh my God. Oh, your brother went behind your back and got on the show. It's like, my God, really? Like, I would love to have my siblings, to be able to say to my siblings, hey, look, because we're all fucked up and toxic too, and God forbid if there's a camera, you know what I mean? Like, my fucking life is a reality TV show, and I would love the fact that if we got paid for it, I'd be like to my brothers, seriously, I have a lot of brothers and sisters. Again, we don't need the money, but it would be great. It would be an opportunity, and I wouldn't be an asshole and be like, don't you dare get on the show. That's jealousy. You understand? I New Jersey noise most of the time. Hold on. See, that's the thing. It's this shit is not even fake either. And for a while, maybe I thought I was crazy. Because all I would hear is all this crazy shit again. Oh, we're going to find all this crap again. I'm going to say this other thing, too. Now, Joe, you have to look at it from extended view. The people that Joe is involved with. If you respect those people and you know that this person is good friends with him and would never be involved with a crooked, monstrous piece of crap, a alleged piece of crap that Joe Gorga, all these things, and steals his parents' house, and I'm not even gonna say the other crap, whatever. you know, and then Melissa, oh yeah. So let's guess them. So Frank's pickers off, like, oh, that's the one person that he can't see through the bullshit. Like all of a sudden Frank is stupid. And, you know, if we respect Frank's decisions and have respect for Frank Catania and, you know, like respect his opinion and like the fact that he talks to Joe on a daily basis, it's not just because of the show. They've been friends a long time. Dolores has known Teresa for a very long time. Neither one of them will speak ill of the other. They don't take sides. That's what true friends do. That's what real friends are. You know, these are real friends to them. You know that Dolores is a real friend to them, and they don't sit there and get on, and they literally probably are like, it bothers them. It's like it bothers a lot of people that know both of them. It's ridiculous. Like I see absolutely no reason for it at all. I don't see what they're fighting about. Nobody can explain to me. I've asked a million times, Melissa or Teresa, what are you fighting about? What's the problem? What is the fucking problem? Can anybody tell me what the problem is? Why does everybody hate each other all of a sudden? Why is these rumors coming out that Melissa's a cheater? Why is all these things, like, you know what I mean? Why did all that happen? What is everybody so mad about? Because you have lost a lot of family members, and we know one thing about Teresa's side of the family is her parents, and you know Kathy and Rosie's whatever siblings. They didn't talk, and they passed away before they didn't even speak. So you know they have the older generations of holding grudges. Teresa will never see this as another thing. Joe and Melissa would probably most likely move them, just literally move on and reunite, and let's forget about whatever happened in the past. But Teresa has made there's monsters out of them. Once those relations, they're such monsters all of a sudden that like, how could she ever go back on that? She's not going to say, oh, I was just upset about this or that. Because when does Teresa ever say she's wrong? She didn't even understand what she was doing in court as the judge is explaining to her that she's going away and she's guilty of this. She even says on her podcast, she was so confused. The judge talking so fast, she didn't understand what was going on. You know, again, I would be the same way. But I also didn't, I'm not her or gentle, but they weren't. See, there's something also about Jersey. We were not going to sit there and go, we're not guilty, we're not guilty, we're not guilty, we're not guilty. Because we know we're caught. Okay. So, yeah, like, I was like, I knew what I was getting. I knew everything was going to happen, Teresa. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, are you smart or stupid or both or what? Whatever. Judici? Joe, you guys heard me spell it. Yeah, like, seriously. Like, I mean, who's a bigger piece of shit? And now, don't even, that's rhetorical. I don't even, again, I just defended them for like 20 minutes. Nobody ever really listens to me. But what else do you want to know? What else happened? Because Teresa's, okay, let's think about too, like, we would have to, okay, what was I going with the joke or anything? Frank. If we, like Frank, we know Frank would not hang out with a monstrous piece of crap, okay? If Joe Gorga was all those things, he would not be friends with him. He would not talk to him all the time, and, you know, same thing. Like if Teresa was and they don't even call Teresa anything. I don't even understand. Again, we don't know what we're fighting about. Louie has also said that Joe's not a piece of crap, and then Teresa's all confused with it, and she doesn't understand. She probably doesn't even understand what they're fighting about. And, you know, whoever sends her this clip or sends her this or she watches this or she doesn't care, whoever is always in the DMs and letting her know what people say about everything, blah, blah, blah. She acts like she doesn't care. Listen to it. I want to know what you're mad about. I want to know what I said that was wrong. I want to know, what are you mad at your brother for? What in the actual fuck is the problem? Okay? Because I know that your brother doesn't really know. And at this point, he's just like, why is my sister doing all this crazy shit? It's not for the show because it really bleeds over. And, you know, Joe Giudice, okay, that's another thing. He even went on her podcast and kind of defended and said, they're siblings. I wish they would stop. This is horrible. You know, he's actually like not even like, he doesn't even know what the actual fucking problem is either. And that's coming from Joe Giudice, who has no skin in the game. He has no reason to defend Joe Gorga whatsoever. He could have bashed the shit out of him and agreed to everything she said. Again, and please don't get me started. I'm not going to bring up the other four ones that talk about this that probably should just be respectful and keep their mouths shut, because if they actually saw what let's not even go there. Their opinions should not even matter at this point. Like, they're so disrespectful. I can't even stand it. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't, if you're going to talk about this shit again, if you're going to talk shit, at least be logical and keep it off camera, because again, you just look like the spoiled brats that you are. And sorry, but whatever, because again, I'm going to get fucking whatever. I'm 50, like, people are 50-50. So what else could we say? Did you guys ask me anything else about Jersey? I mean, I'm excited. So anyway, my whole thing is like, also, if Joe Gorga was a thief and a fraud, blah 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 blah, why would he'd still be not his business is never. He's still a contractor. He still flips houses. People still do business with him. He still gets loans. He still pays things off. Like he's still in business. He has a lot of business relationships in my town where we live that people respect him. Business people. Why their pickers are off too? Are their moral compasses all screwed too? I'm going to admit there's a lot of like fraud that happened here because we got caught up in it too. But that was lending laws were changing, business practice things were changing, a lot of things, and for some reason Jersey. I don't know why we're all into fraud. I don't know why that happened, but I mean that stuff doesn't happen anymore. That everything's much stricter now. You can't really be a piece. You can't really do that stuff anymore. And anybody that did it that got caught is caught already. So, like Joe Gorga, if he was like this fraud person and he's committing all these things and he's spending it, apparently allegedly, I'm not going to say who said this, but all that showing off all these things in their house and all this money they had, the IRS is watching. Make sure your taxes add up because the IRS is watching, guys. They've been watching for 13 years, asshole. And guess what? Joe's money nothing has changed. What's different now? What the IRS is going to just now they're going to just pick them out and say, oh, now you guys are fraud. Again, let's see. Because if I were Melissa and Joe, I would get my goddamn tax papers out and be like, look, this is what we, you know what I mean? Like, but again. When you own a business in Jersey, like, are you going to act like you've this toxic me? How dare you? No, he's not. Again, okay. So if you think that's true, right? How? What has he done that makes you think that? You know what I mean? Like again, you're right too. Like it's hard. Jersey does hold grudges, but at this point, like I said, what is so horrible that these relationships, like that everybody else in their lives thinks that they should just make up and get over it. I mean, when everybody was getting along, like the relationship you saw in Ultimate Girls Trip with Melissa and Teresa, that is really their relationship. Like they actually do like each other. So again, I don't know what happened because now apparently she's been hiding their criminalistic behavior all this time and just protecting them for 13 years. We're just a bunch of assholes and idiots and we just didn't see right through it, right? And all my relationships are like all my friendships and relationships were either are Virgos and Scorpios. My best friends, my husband, all of them, and then my Sagittarius. That's it. And what is Teresa? And all of them are like signs that they don't match their personalities. Believe me, it's like yeah. So, and I'm excited for Jersey to come back because I think that you guys will like one of the new girls and Brittany. We cannot count Brittany because she's not full time, but you'll see a lot of her. You're really gonna like Brittany. And there's absolutely no reason to ever go after her. And I can promise you now that the Fudas are not criminals. They're not frauds. They're not like gold diggers. She didn't make her fiance, who is her husband now, change his last name to Fuda because it's his mother's name. His mother's maiden name, and it's her side of the family that's Fuda Tile. And she wanted to be a Fuda so bad that she made her fiance at the time change his last name to Fuda so she could be a Fuda. Now, could you imagine trying to sell that shit? Like, he didn't change his last name to Fuda because of that reason. She'll tell you herself it was for personal reasons, okay? So, again, whoever says that and believes that, like, let's be logical. And then also that she bribed Melissa and Joe with millions of, I don't know, lots and lots of money in tile, from Fuda Tile, from her in-laws, tile business, not her and John, her in-laws. Could you imagine selling that to to the owners? Hey, I just promised out free tile so I can get on a reality TV show. In-laws that you just met. Like what? No. Like anybody that believes that story is like really. You obviously don't know Jersey that well. Like, go in business and see if that would ever work. Like, you think Fuda Tile would be in business if that's how they ran things? No. Okay, because yes, they were in business and whatever. So, again. If that's the worst that you guys come up with, but poor Rachel, like, she's lucky. I don't know. But again, she's still friends with Brittany. She's still friends with Melissa. She didn't end friendships with them the second she got on the show. She's been friends with Brittany for a long time. Like, all you have to do is look at Instagram. You'll see that. You won't need me to tell you that. You know, and certain people act like they didn't know who people were, and now they do. And now, what I think it is certain people that aren't there anymore. And hey, look, you do a great job with the job that you're doing. You know, I don't think you should make people pay extra money to hear the same story that you drop on your one channel, and then you make other people. I don't know. Nobody wants to pay to hear what you keep recycling. I just would like some receipts. I'd like some proof of this fraudulent behavior, this lying behavior, this leaving me. You know what I mean? Like, and again, are your pickers off? Is your moral? Because all you people did was have your ex-best friends, your ex-boyfriends, all these ex-people are the ones saying this stuff. So what does that say about you assholes that were friends with those monsters for so long? And you wanted to be on the show so bad, and it just seems that the people that don't get casted, call them burn books, people are now like turning against their friends, and because they're still on the show, like Margaret's ex-best friend. Like, to say that you're somebody's ex-best friend and then go on and on about how they're these horrible people and you didn't see it, and people are asking you, I'm trying to pay you for your comments and whatever. What? Pay you for your what? What, to talk shit on these people? It's kind of funny because even Dana, I thought Dana was like kind of actually like on their side, but she actually makes a good point. If you listen to Dana Wilkie's, I don't know where it is, maybe on YouTube, whatever, she talks a little bit about Melissa's ex-best friend, and I don't know what's their name, but and she's like, look, like I doubt people are actually coming to you for information. Like it's obvious that you're thirsty, but like listen, there's a lot of people in Jersey that like, okay, call Danielle Cabral thirsty because she wouldn't be on reality. She moved out to be on reality TV, blah, blah, blah. Listen, she's not thirsty because of that. If the opportunity is there, why not? Like she's on a reality show now. Like if that's the worst that you can say about somebody is old, they were thirsty and they wanted to be on a TV show. Like again, who wouldn't want this opportunity? And then again, also Vanderpump Rules. Yes, Terry, you have. Okay, now this is what I was going to do because Vanderpump Rules, if you guys haven't figured this out, is my favorite show ever. Started this crap with me and Jackson, blocked by Jackson. Like literally, the fact that it's still on, and I don't have to spend years convincing him that he's not the reason that the show was canceled because it didn't get canceled. It kept going, and now, like, yeah, it's coming back. So if you've been rewatching it, I think I might go back and rewatch a couple seasons too. I thought about doing it with Jersey, but like again, definition of insanity. I'm not going to see or hear anything new that we don't already know. Nobody's going to, unless somebody comes up with some actual proof of these criminals, like all these accusations of being a liar and a monster and all this crap. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, so is girl Teresa. No, the girl Melissa Feister, she actually already is just a podcaster that had a podcast called the Side Piece Podcast. She's not from here. She lives in California. Maybe she lived here for a little. I don't know. She met Teresa through probably Katania's meeting. I don't know, but that's who. So she has two podcasts, the Melissa girl, and seems to be Teresa's new best friend. So I have nothing against her. She's a good podcaster, but Teresa can have friends. I just feel like I don't know. I don't even want to get into that because I like Ryan. He injects. I know. Okay, I know, and I feel like that me and Ryan are on a friendship break because he thinks that like asking Jax for an interview is like I don't know. The fact that he even is contemplating it. Like I need somebody to tell him because we're on a friendship break. Can somebody please relay this message to Ryan Daly that we will be on a permanent friendship break if he even thinks about it without having me there or letting me get at him too. So if you're going to have him on there, I just had 3 questions for him. Please just let me ask those 3 questions. You don't even have to tell him on there. We can surprise him. Screw him. He screwed his best friend's fiance and his fiance's best friend's girlfriend and his girlfriend's best friend. Remember Crazy Kristen? Yes, he did that. He did that, and he's done some awful things, and it's not personal. It's this, and it actually maybe is a little personal, the stuff that I hate him for. But I have real reasons to hate him, and I'd like just 3 questions answered. So with Ryan, really, if you're really going to get Jax for an interview, because you know that he's thirsty and will do it, please, I will be permanently friendship broken with you if you do not have me. Please just let me ask 3 questions, and I'll be nice, and then I'll just shut up, and then you can just. But then if you become friends with him, or if you can somehow convince me he's not the same Jax that we know, maybe then we could not be on a friendship break. But anyway, I know that a lot of you still follow Ryan. I am still, obviously, I never leave Ryan, but we will be on he doesn't even know we're on a friendship break. We've been on a friendship break for a really long time. He doesn't even know yet. And that's like another Heather Gay. He's like a Heather Gay. He didn't even notice. That just tells you what kind of friend we really, what kind of friend he is. The fact that he's even entertaining this whole Jax thing without even like, he did ask our opinion, but mine probably doesn't count. Okay, yeah, let's get into Salt Lake. Vanderpump. Okay, this is why I hate Jax. 3 reasons. I'll be real short with it. The way he treats Tom Sandoval is pathetic. The way he treats his mom, or lack thereof, doesn't talk to her at all. She's lost her husband, her son, her daughter-in-law, her grandson. She's got no relationships left because of this piece of shit. And the fact that what he did to the shit that he talks all the time about, the LGBTQ, all that stuff. Like, I can't fucking stand him. I know it's horrible. Like, I don't have hate in my heart. I don't hate the dude. It's just the facts. I don't sugarcoat it. Okay, I'm not angry. People are like, yeah, he's got dark energy, and people always say, "Oh, you're so angry at celebrities." This is not angry. I'm not angry. It's just a matter of fact. I don't sugarcoat it. That's the problem. And people think it's angry. I'm not angry. I forget all about it once I leave this all. Oh, I heard. What is Jax getting a divorce from Brittany? Hopefully. I don't know. I didn't hear any. I tend to really like. I hear wah 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 when people like. I hear his name come up a little bit. It's like wah wah wah. So yeah, Brittany was on. Somebody had her on a podcast. I don't know if it was David or Velvet Rope. I don't know who it was. Somebody had her on, and I'm like, if you're not on there to ask her why she's still with this piece of shit, what happens in Mima's beer cheese, whatever. Mima's beer cheese. Where's that? What happened? That's my other question. What happened to Mima's beer cheese? What happened to the hockey thing? What happened to whatever else? I do. I get affected when people are like really insensitive and pieces of crap to people that don't deserve it, like his mother and like Tom Sandoval. And then you literally, and like, you know what it is too? Because I used to be Jax. Okay. I'm also like not projecting. It's like, but I used to be him. Like I used to want to be so like back in the day, but this is going back in your 20s, like when you're a little immature and you're trying to like get ahead. You know what I mean? You try to be somebody you're not. Like I was always very insecure and always like him. And then I changed a lot of soul searching and growing up and like going to prison and having a drug, you know what I mean? Going through life shit, like getting your life together. And then you see things and you're like, dude, like that, I understand, I get it, but like grow the fuck up. You're going to be alone. Like, do you really want to be alone for the rest of your life? If that, like, he's going to lose Brittany. Probably the best thing that's ever freaking happened to him. Like, not her. I mean, Christ. He literally said on camera to the girl that he was screwing that he'll never marry her. This is before they got married. She's going to get fat, just like her mother. When she gets pregnant, he'll never have kids with her, blah, blah, blah. And then it was played for all the world to hear. And she still married him. And then what happened? She had a baby, got fat, and did exactly what he said that he would not be attracted to. And poor girl, the same thing happened to her. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, holy shit. Like, and then it happened. And he's like posting all these pictures. Oh, here I go. Again, definition of insanity. It's not going to change anything. But Salt Lake City. Oh, my God. Like, yeah. I think that they deserve another season just to see if they can pull it off. Like, if they can not be, as long as we have to not go through any more Heather Gay, Black Eye Gate. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't even care. I don't care what happened to your fucking eye. I didn't care week 2 that you like the stupid word. I didn't care when you laughed about it. I stopped caring, and it made me almost want to give you the other black eye. But then that would just mean me giving in and being like, I don't like the violence, just crap. Because if I have to hold back and not react, everybody else should have to too. And you should not be gaslighting people and making other people think that you got hit when you really didn't. When you really drink from 5 a.m. till 5 a.m. the next morning and wonder why 24 hours later that you've been drinking for 24 hours, why you can't remember how you got a black eye. When really you fucking did remember. And you kept saying you didn't, that you did, you didn't, you didn't. You weren't protecting anyone but yourself. Because again, you also got high, that's right. Because you drank weed or ate weed or who gives a shit. I smoke weed all day long, and my sitting there going, I don't remember what happened. I took an edible. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You literally were afraid that you would have nothing to, like, I don't know. More of a storyline would be you and your book. I don't know your book. I don't know. It's like how is it? Like, when you actually know that now it's a point where you know that the audience is pissed. That you're well aware of that, and you're still doubling down. Like, you still double down on the fact that you thought it was cool to like literally gaslight a bunch of people. They aren't in separation. I'm so confused. Now, again, I'm not going to give it away, but like Botox and fillers. I've never had a reaction like that. Never even. I literally wear makeup the same day. You can't even tell I've had anything done except unless you touch my face. Like you can feel the bumps and stuff, right? But like I knew it couldn't have been that. I really had a feeling that she felt. But again, I feel like we need to either bring Mary back, keep both Angies, keep Whitney, keep Heather and Whitney, and keep Meredith, keep Lisa. Because if you take off Jen Shah, yes, we know we were watching it. We got sucked into rock. We were addicts at rock bottom, just like the rest of the world, the rest of reality TV watchers. For the last 2 years, we've been maybe 3 rock bottom of reality television. We were like slowly sucked into the fucking toxicity of it all. So that's really what we were looking for, and we forgot that that's not really what we're supposed to be, like really what we want to see. So now we feel like we're not going to have any shows. Like Beverly Hills would probably fail without Erica, but but only because she was there for so long. But like now we're convinced that shows will fail because they have no criminalistic behavior or nobody committing crimes or felonies on camera. Like what? We're at the point now where we don't think a franchise can last without criminals on there. Is that where we're at? Because if that's the case, we got to shut our mouths and stop telling Bravo to do background checks and shit, and stop telling them. Now, another reason why they're not going to pay the pay scale is different because he was investing money in people that ends up being criminals and then costing the show money. I mean, I don't even know if that's even true. Like because maybe we did the scandal with Beverly Hills. Listen, as much as I can't stand effing Rinna, I have to admit that her and Erica probably did carry the show. And because, again, we were like addicts and got sucked into thinking that we needed that drama and toxicity to have a show and have things to talk about. Was it nice? Yeah, but we have like literally lost sight of the bigger picture. I miss okay, let's all just take a page out of Miami's book. Let's just not talk about it anymore. Everybody, production, viewers, watch Miami, the franchise that's on that should be on Bravo, and take a page out of Miami's book because that is how a group of women should react when one of them is completely destroyed in the media by her husband. Really mortified for her. Literally, as much as we can they can talk shit on each other when it matters. Poorly, Lisa. Imagine if that was happening to Lisa and all the girls around you were then also jumping and kicking her back in, like other fucking franchises. We were literally lost sight of how it's supposed to be. As much as I can't get on board with OC again. Tamara, you were a Hail Mary. Let's not give her the power we gave Heather. Let's not give them the power because if they really had that much power, they would have came back a long time ago. Okay, this is Hail Mary. Okay, so we've lost sight of what we're really I really do miss the days of Gina Kiev and just to remind people's faces. Because if you take away the criminal stuff, we have that. We have a lot of good stuff. So. People think I'm crazy too. Don't worry. I'm gonna check the comments because I've been talking really without taking a breath. Can I get to the comments, guys? What are you guys saying? What else is going on? I mean, I'm waiting for Vanderpump to come back on. One part reunion, yes. Maybe I'll watch Vanderpump again, but it's only. See, I even started to like Jax again when it was his wedding season. Then he ruined it again. And then I haven't been back. But this is the first time. I'm not going to be much longer, but I want to talk about Miami. But this is the first time I've done anything in 2 weeks. And it's not because I feel I don't know what's wrong with me. Nothing really. I don't feel there's not. I would get ready to go live, and then I would go to do it, and something would just I get stuck and not want to do it. And I'm I had to give it. And again, and then my subscriber count keeps going up. I don't get it. No, I'm not complaining. I know that I fixed my link and all, and that's it. But I need to, again, thank all the people that I didn't have not acknowledged, guys. Sorry, I see Twitter's watching. I see Facebook watching. And all the people watching, thank you for replay 2 people before I forget. And all the people that keep subscribing, just keep subscribing, please. I'm good getting there. Don't take it. I say that every time, but I am getting there. I've only flaked out twice, okay? Once for a month and now for 2 weeks. I'm good. So I know I want to talk about Miami. So I'm not gonna promise I'll be back soon and talk about it, but hopefully why waste hair and makeup and we might as well talk about it. but I gotta go do some house stuff first. But I know I love it. It's so good, and it's not just because I hate what Lisa's going through, but like it's almost a relief that he's such an asshole. Because imagine he left you for someone else, and then he was like nice about it or something. You know what I mean? At least I don't know what's worse. Maybe actually him being a dick about it. It's like, wow, dude, you're just an asshole. Like it's not me. It's clearly you. You know. It's like again, it's like what did she do so horrible that he had to go all extra with it and be like, oh, I'm kicking you out. And again, do I think anybody should spend $60 million on a house? Nobody should live in a $60 million house. Not the way that this country's ran. But does she deserve the fucking house? Take the fucking house from him that you deserve and sell that bitch and pocket $50 million. Go buy yourself a $3 million condo in Miami, a gorgeous condo for $3 million and pocket the rest. Fuck him. And then send kids to great schools and do a bunch of stuff. Never have to worry about the show being there or not. Like literally take that, and then you'll also have like alimony and all that crap, right? Take the house. Don't lose sight of the fact that just because it's worth that much money and it's stupid to live in that. Don't let him take that house. Take it and sell it and do something good with the money. Like really, like yeah. What do you need that? Like, especially when they didn't even have kids when he bought it. For what? To have parties and rent your house out for free? I can't stand people coming over like for an hour. Can you imagine having strangers? Even if I was making $40,000, I would not rent my house out or my yard for any amount of money because I don't like people in my house to begin with. Like I want smaller. I want to move. The fact that I have to redo this house, it's just cheaper to redo the house now instead of moving. I want smaller. I only want to clean what I have. I don't want to take care of what I have. And it's ridiculous for me to pay somebody, so I don't do that because I'm home. Like, what the hell, Like, I don't. I just want. I want to. I'm happy with a shack on the beach. Honestly, that is me. I'm good. I don't need much. I have a tanning bed here. That's it. I mean, I have my pool, my yard, my garden, my tanning bed. You guys, like, what else do I need? Food. I think basically everything's delivered because I don't like to go out in public. I hate people. Somebody was just, my friend was like, my best friend that she's been over a lot. She's like, I can't believe you brought it down. She's like, oh my God. And I was like, dude, I hid the whole time. Both times in New York, I hid behind people because I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I hate rejection. I could have had so many opportunities to talk to so many other people. And what do? You see what happens when I go out in public. I knock water things over. I ruin the step and repeat cameraman stuff. I fucking run into people. I get tanning bronzer shit all over Marge, all over her white freaking shirt. And then I hit my head. Like, you know what I mean? Tosh, you know how much my pool cost? $200. Okay? Because, yes, I like nice things, but I am a bargain hunter. I like nice things with no labels on them. And I don't like to pay for my stuff. So I like to be frugal. I paid $200 for my pool, okay? But I'm going to get a new one this year. Same kind. Just a newer version because it does have a hole in it. It did its job for 2 years, and because we're doing everything else to the house, we might as well just fix that too. So, yeah. I don't know how that's going to work because I'm getting like the stupid siding, windows, and roof, and it's going to be like a lot of banging and shit with me doing this. I don't know how that's going to work. I might have to get to my father-in-law's house and maybe record from there because it's going to be wet. Because then they're going to come in here, rip my walls apart, and do all that stuff in the interior. It's like top to bottom stuff. I can hide in New York City. Well, so you know what I did? I was hiding behind Adam the first trip. And then I was hiding behind everybody else at BravoCon. I was literally, because look at me, I'm 5'0". I'm like a small child. I can hide. Like, you need to, like, my friends literally have to get one of those things and just hold it to my wrist and just drag me. And literally, like, and then even my name. People don't have my real name. You know what I mean? I had one. And it's really funny because people that did recognize me there, we blended, all the people I was with, we blend together because we're the only people tanned in the middle of winter. We're the only ones like really dark, like this. This is literally, we all had dark hair, dark tan. Like, it's just, you really couldn't tell us apart at Caroline's. And I was like, that's why you didn't see me. And she's like, I did, but I was like, yeah, I know, I was out of there quick. But like, I was hiding. I was hot. It was very hot there. I just, see, you're 5'10", wow, you're really tall. That's so like I would see people, and then I also forgot that didn't know other content creators' first actual names. and if I did, I wasn't going to yell them out loud because they don't let, it's not, what I mean. But again, before I go any longer, I am trying to plan on Jersey Shore trip where like I want you guys, well, I'm going to have Lindsay, housewife historian, come and like I want to invite other content creators. You guys know who I mean. The only other one I care about on here. I want to see if they will come up for that weekend. And also, it will be towards the end of the season of Jersey where we are going to want to have interviews and stuff with them. And maybe we could get them to do interviews for us. That'd be nice. And then invite whoever wants to come. Like, my house sleeps 20 people. One of the houses we have sleeps 20 people. So it's right at the shore, obviously. Nobody has to pay for anywhere to stay. You can, if you want, go stay somewhere else. But there's plenty of room. And you have 3 kitchens, 3 floors. It's all connected, but then it's not. It seems like it's one of the houses that we rent out. But listen, you don't even need tickets at BravoCon to have a good time because they all stayed right in the city. It was like BravoCon was everywhere. 30,000 people came, but like the heat, it wasn't even hot. It was hot inside now. Everybody says it was cold out. It was cold out inside. Trying to get to the bathroom and then getting run over for what? And like I said, Jersey people, maybe it's just me. I don't really care about. I'm not a person that fangirls over celebrities. I fangirl over like Ryan Bailey, or you know what I mean. Like that's my fangirl over. You know what I mean? So, like, that's all I care about. But and listen, you want to come? Anybody seriously? Like the beach near me is. I go there and do like I meditate there. Listen, it is Jersey, but it's not like shitty. Like I don't like. People are like, oh, you don't ever go on vacation. Why would I? I mean, I could do staycations. We just like stay in our other houses and just like make it feel like we're somewhere else. But like once the season starts, which is Memorial Day weekend, and people come in here, like it was at the Javits Center, and wherever but it was the Javits Center. Was it Javits? Is that what it's called? The Javits Center. Convention Center. Yeah. I don't really know that part of the city, but yeah, it was like a whole block though. But yeah, like seriously, once the season starts and people roll into our town and like at the shore, it's a whole different vibe. It's just there's an energy you cannot describe it, and unless you experience it. I just want you guys to see what you see on TV. Like it's just fun, and you have to. If you guys like, I forgot that there's no boardwalks anywhere else either here, like actual boardwalks. Yeah. So what else was I saying? Was I about to say something else? But anyway, yeah, I gotta talk to those people about coming up here, and anybody else that wants to come up, because this, oh my god, it'd be so much fun. And I'm not far from, where. And I will talk to them and see. I don't know, like who cares, like if they hang out or do interviews or whatever, but I hate getting Robert's permission for that shit. So maybe I call it interviews, but we'll see. But yeah. So, and people say I'm unapproachable. That's what they were saying to Adam. It's just maybe I am, but I don't feel like I'm not trying to be that way. Like I'm more afraid of you than you are of me. I mean, I felt bad for the lady. They're like, can we take a picture with you? Sorry about it. I'm like, oh my god. They're like, we asked Adam if we could ask you. And I'm like, what? Like, no. I was like, don't be afraid of me. I felt horrible. Horrible, really did. Who the hell wanted to, you know what I mean? It was not many people, but like still. But, there's a dime on the floor. I find them all the time. My angels. So guys, they send them all the time. See? But, all right. Well, I did a little longer than I should. Honestly, like, the beach and plus the dolphins, like we have dolphins that swim back and forth. Yeah, it wasn't worth paying for them tickets unless you have. Now, see, Emily had a great point, right? Emily D. Baker. The content creators, there was a lot of us that went, right? People paid a lot of money just to go there and just be there. They need to have some type of package for us because, like, able places, like, again, to charge your phone, to have a booth, to have. Give us something. Like, don't make us pay the amount of money that you make everybody else pay to do this. When we really do drive viewership, I hate to say that, not me personally, but we are a lot of what drives the drama and shit now and keeps it alive, right? Yeah, me too, Tosh. Like, seriously. I feel like I'm more friendly than I used to be. But all right, well, you guys are awesome. You guys always show up. I see everybody else on too. I'm gonna take a little bit of break. Try to come back from Miami, charge off this laptop and talk to you guys in the DMs and replay people. Let me know. I'm going to, like I said again, get back on schedule with Jersey, Vanderpump, and all the new ones coming back. And anybody know where it is again? If BravoCon, he's got to be thinking about where he's going to have it in LA or New York. I don't know. Guess we should find out, huh? All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I love you guys so much. You guys know who you are. Thank you for coming and showing up all the time. I'll talk to you soon, probably in the DMs.